I interviewed Boosie recently, and he said that,
you know, those are the guys who want to hurt you. Those guys who've been looking at you your whole life and building up envy. They build up envy to where they can't do nothing now. They can't stop you from getting money. You don't want to be their friend or associate. You can't come in their crew and get any kind of money. They're too big for you to even try to beef with. So you know what? I'll just take your life. That's how the crooks look at it, bro. That's how evil get in them so much to where they say, I just won't see him dead. It's the only way we can get rid of him, man. And that be the people in your own city who develop the envy for you. You go somewhere else, man, you a star. You a star to them. You a celebrity to them. You know, and that's just facts, man. It's just facts. And I'm gonna keep saying it, you know. If I was you, I'd get out the city, man.
Yeah, that's definitely true, man. I think you should always try to get out as much as you can, you know. Like, once you made it, you should always don't try to sit there, man, because then the people get to seeing you for too long and then that shit build up, like Boosie say. And shit, like the best thing for it to cool down, you have to be somewhere else. They can't be, a hater just can't be looking at you every day. They just gonna be like, man, I'm gonna do something. You know, they just gonna be pissed off. One day they gonna feel like, man, I gotta do something. I can't keep looking at this shit, man. And shit, if you gonna stay in your own city where you got all the hate like that, man, that shit just gonna probably get you a case or shit, get you killed, you know, because if you in your city and you know it's hate, it force you to ride around. You gotta ride around with guns and shit, and you gotta ride around illegal. And it just forced you to. Like in another city, man, everywhere else, man, I love it, Vlad. I go to these places by myself, Vlad. I pull up the shows and stuff. Me and one other person, me, my DJ, and a cameraman, I don't be worried about nothing, man.
when you look at most rappers who have gotten killed, almost always they've gotten killed in their own cities.
Yeah.
Biggie was in New York when it happened, but that was sort of a bigger situation. But most times when you see a rapper lose his life, it's usually exactly where he grew up.
Because that's where you got the enemies, man. Because, you know, we still got enemies before rap. You know what I'm saying? Because before rap, we was gang banging and shit like that. We still got those enemies. And they don't forget. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, either my homies, we done killed they homies and they loved ones. They don't forget that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because how we think, if you kill somebody that we love, we want to try to kill 3 or 4 people that you love. And shit, these people don't forget nothing, man. That's why I be moving slight when I'm in Chicago, man, because, man, that shit be back and forth, man. Like, it's a killing, man. A lot of people done died. I know if somebody see me, they gonna be happy to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't live in Chicago anymore?
Yeah, I live out there, but I got a spot in LA too, and I'm just back and forth, man.
Okay, so do you think you spend more time in LA or Chicago now?
I don't know, Josh, what you think? Chicago, I'm still in Chicago most of the time.
Okay, but do you still go around your own neighborhood, or do you live in more like the upscale part of Chicago?
I live in the upscale, but I still go around my old neighborhood, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because it's like for example, I've realized now the older I get and the more successful I get, like I can't go to a lot of hip hop events anymore. You know, like even though like, and the problem is that you get so much love, you know, from these places. Like, you know, when I go to some shit, I'm backstage, everyone wants to take pictures with me and, you know what I mean, everyone telling me how much they like this and that. But I realize I'm also putting myself into a dangerous situation because all the situations I've gotten into over the years have always been at hip hop events. It wasn't being at the grocery store, or, you know what I mean, being at the movies or nothing
Yeah.
like that.
What you
And
mean?
I-
What
and I
type
think
of
that's the
situations?
problem.
What type of situations do you get into at a hip hop event?
I've gotten into a few situations. I've gotten, you know, people who don't like an interview I did, or, you know, a lot of times it's not even, I've given someone else a platform, and since they can't get to that person because I gave them the platform, it's my fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We just ran into a problem like that, too. Yeah, I just ran into a problem like that.
So and that's what I think the problem is that you want to go back, and I think that's the equivalent of going back into the city where you were, you know, where you were raised, because you get that primal love from the people, because you're not gonna get the same type of love in other cities that you get in your own city. You know what I mean? Like with the people that have actually seen you, and there's people who genuinely are happy for you, but then on the flip side, you got the people who are unhappy that you didn't take them with you, you know, because they lent you $5 back in the day, and they feel like you owe them, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
but also
that's the problem.
You got your real enemies that are in your city. You know what I'm saying? Your real enemies that you had before you was the guy who you are now.
Yeah, man. Did you hear about the whole Troy Ave situation?
Yeah, I seen it, man. I seen it.
Like, I don't know what happened that led up to it, but you know, but there is the video of Troy Ave, you know, shooting in a room full of people. When you look at that situation, like what did you think?
Man, I was thinking that was a big mistake, man. You're supposed to keep the guys around you to do that for you now. You got more to lose than those people. You know what I'm saying? At least if they get locked up, shit, at least you could bond them out or put money on their books. They ain't got no way to get money like you, so they can't help you. And nah, they just helpless. And can't nobody really make sure you straight enough.
Yeah, well, the dude that was with him, you know, his bodyguard got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
So
like
he
right
had
before that
somebody
shooting
with him
happened,
doing that.
His bodyguard got killed.
I don't know.
And,
So
he got
that,
shot in the leg.
I think he probably, so the guy that he had with him for that got killed. So shit, he was on his own. He had to do what he had to do.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what the situation started over, but it's crazy when a person is at a certain level, and especially like Troy Ave, like I met him like 10 years ago. You know, so he's 33 now. He must have been 23 at the time, and he was hustling. You know, he had like a little mixtape and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember it was in Chameleonaire. I was in the studio with Chameleonaire, and he was there. And I seen him hustle to get to this point of actually, you know, he wasn't a platinum rapper or anything, but people were fucking with him. You know, T.I. was obviously fucking with him. You know, he had songs with a lot of you know, big names like 50 Cent and stuff like that. He was getting show money. He was buzzing, and to go from that level to suddenly you're now facing attempted murder charges.
Who shot first? I feel like if they shot at him, if they was shooting at him, they should take it easy on him, man, because you got to shoot back, shit. If you don't shoot back, then they going to walk all the way up on you. And you got to at least shoot back to get them up off you.
Well, but here's the thing about New York. Like in places like Florida, you have something called the stand your ground law.
Yeah.
Right? Where if you feel like your life is in danger, you could shoot your way out of that situation. That's actually how Zimmerman ended up getting away with the Trayvon Martin murder.
Yeah.
You know, he somehow managed to convince the jury that his life was in danger and he had to shoot his way out of it. New York doesn't have that. And I remember when I was living in New York, I had a legal gun. And I remember as I was going through the process of getting that gun, they clearly explained to me that if I shoot somebody, even if they come into my house, if they can somehow prove that I had a chance to get away and I didn't, then I'm going to be charged with murder.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different set of laws in New York.
So
where like
So if somebody's shooting at you, you can't shoot back at them?
Depending on the situation, if like for example, let's just say this, like, and this is a situation that they brought to my attention, like, you know, before they gave me the gun. Let's just say someone goes in my house and I pull out my gun and they turn around and I shoot them in the back, I'm going to be charged with murder, even though they're breaking into my house.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like New York is just not the place where you want to.
He gonna turn around if he see you with a gun anyway. If you point a gun at him, he gonna turn around. So you, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see what happened with this trial. You know, I know that he got arraigned. He got denied bail altogether. You know, but then, you know, you also look at the situation in L.A., you know, where you stay part of the time. You had the whole Suge Knight situation.
Yeah, what you mean?
You know, where you know, I guess he got beat up and he ended up running over the dude that beat him up and ended up killing someone else in the process, and now he's charged with murder.
Damn. You believe it went like that?
I saw the video.
It's on video? It's on video?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
they whooped him and
like,
he hopped in the car.
Like in the video, like this dude Bone ends up running up on Suge in the car. It looks like he starts hitting him in the car, and then Suge backs up, hits the dude once, and then runs him over, and then hits another dude and kills him. Shit. And now Suge in jail and like $10 million bail, charged with murder, everything.
Damn, well, that's a tricky situation. Shit, why he run up? Well, he was that scared that he just running people over.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing of it, is that the prosecutor is saying that Suge could have just drove off and left, but instead he came back and hit the dudes.
Oh, he came back around.
Yeah, he came back in the parking lot and hit him.
Oh, so yeah, well, there you go.
Look, I work with them on Mad. Good guys. Good heart. Good guys. Give you the shirt off their back. Is it ironic? Is it a coincidence that most of their friends are white and got white wives? They like white women? I mean.
And they develop envy because they go home. They get out the car with their friend, with their other partner, and he listening to your music. They walk in the house, they girl listening to your music. They go downstairs, the kids doing a dance to your music. Now they are hypnotized with hatred.